Good morning, y'all. Yes, it really is my red face because I had a dermatology treatment yesterday to deal with possible skin cancers. But that's not why I'm on here this morning. I'm here to talk about Kendrick Lamar and the Super Bowl concert and this guy Drake, who I knew nothing about until this all erupted. But I've done a little research, so here goes. First, to my fellow white friends who don't understand hip-hop or rap, you need to. It's really just disappointing for me that so many white people want to ignore the rich and full extent of the contributions African Americans have made to what we call America, to what we call the United States. Let's start with cuisine. I grew up in the South. Most of what we consider Southern cuisine, in fact, is African cuisine or modifications to it. The rest of it's mostly Native American, because the only thing the English brought was baking with wheat flour, and wheat doesn't even grow in the Southeast. So that's the first thing, but it's certainly not the last. The porch. An architectural feature on virtually every house in my neighborhood came from Africa. European houses don't have porches. And then let's talk about literature and just the wealth that we take for granted in this country and all the stuff that was built by people who weren't paid for their labor. So, if you really are a Christian and you really believe in treating everybody with dignity and respect, it behooves you to take some time to study the history and contributions of people who are darker than you in what we call American life. And then that's the lead up to the first rap Super Bowl show, which was when the Super Bowl was here in Los Angeles. And a lot of my friends had a hard time, like, what was that? I said it was people expressing stuff they never tell to white people they don't trust, which is most white people. It's very frustrating. It really is. And then I looked into this whole Kendrick and Drake feud. And from my take, it seems like Drake is jealous because Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize, which is like the Oscars of literature. And by the way, Kendrick Lamar is from Compton, which is about 10 miles that way. And Drake is from Canada. And I'm not dissing on Canadians, but it is a different culture. And let's just say I think it's difficult for a lot of Canadians to really understand our culture here in the United States, especially the variety of it that goes from the Atlantic to the Pacific and the Gulf of Mexico to the Canadian border. But the bottom line is this: we white folks, because we're the majority, never have to really think about any of this stuff for our survival, because we're in the club and we take care of each other and all that stuff. But people of color don't have that luxury. Queer people don't have that luxury. A lot of Jews don't have that luxury. And certainly, a lot of women in traditionally male occupations don't have that luxury. Toni Morrison talked about how most of her books deal with the nature of oppression and how people deal with it and live with it on a daily basis. And yeah, I look like the poster boy of white privilege, especially with this red face of mine right now, but that's all well and good, and I can pass for up to about a week, and then they figure out I'm queer, and suddenly I am persona non grata and quietly escorted out the back door. Something I'm really tired of doing. The most recent episode has been with St. James Episcopal Church here in Los Angeles, and to a larger extent the Diocese of Los Angeles. It's the last place I expected this would happen. But it seems like enough people decided they didn't want me in their very bourgeois Mid-Wilshire church. And I am not happy about that. And I don't intend to just roll over and walk away. Whole other conversation. So yes, we all deal with oppression. And the trick is, are we going to just put up with it, or are we going to push back? And we're in times right now which very much underscore the necessity for pushing back. So that's my little greeting this morning, Wednesday morning, I think February the 12th. But keep the faith. Keep your spirit alive. Don't let them grind you down, because they aren't worth it, but you are. Nodding to one of my neighbors walking by. Anyway, y'all have a great day.